Choice. Allow voting. It's sometimes useful to be able to see at a glance how your learners are progressing or to gauge their opinions or needs. Moodle has an activity called Choice, which allows teachers to set up voting options with radio buttons, and the learner chooses a particular option. It doesn't only have to be how well you feel you're progressing. For example, in this choice, the students are asked to select a group for project work. As a teacher, you can always see the responses because you have a View Responses link to take you into the reports, and if anyone fails to make a choice, you can make the selection on their behalf. Let's go into our Teacher Sam's course and set up a choice. To do this, we need to enable Edit mode, and we click between existing activities or add an activity or resource. This brings up Moodle's Activity Chooser. Choice is an activity because students are interacting with Moodle. The first thing to do is give it a name which will identify it on the course page for our learners, and we can give a description if we wish and tick the box to display this description on the course page. If we're only going to have a few options, we can display them horizontally. If we think we're going to need a lot, then we can choose to display them vertically instead. If we allow the choice to be updated, a learner can change their mind. This might be useful if, for example, it's a choice about progress through the course and they might not be too sure of their progress on Monday, but they feel more confident by Friday. You can enable the setting to allow participants to make more than one selection if you think it's appropriate, for instance when choosing preferred meeting times. If we limit the number of responses allowed, then only a certain number may choose each option. This might be useful if you need to put students into groups, or simply if you want to give them all a chocolate bar and you only have 10 of one particular type of chocolate bar. We then type in the options which we want to see against the radio buttons in each of these boxes, and if we need more, we can click to add more. There are other settings which might be useful to explore, such as availability, if you want to set a time limit to the voting, and results if you want to decide whether or not you want your learners to see each other's choices, and if you do, whether or not you want them to see the names of the students who've chosen or not. You might also wish to select to show a column for unanswered. This means that you can see instantly who hasn't done this task, because they will appear in a column of their own and you may make the selection for them. In activity completion, if we want to track that students have accessed the choice, do we want them to manually click to confirm they've seen it, or do we want it automatically marked complete when they have simply viewed it or made a choice? No need to select both. To alert course participants that a choice activity has been added or updated, click Send Content Change Notification. We now click Save and Return to Course, and we've set up a voting activity, a choice for our learners.